Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Did everybody get a chance to read the minutes from last time? Okay, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
I will move.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right. Doesn't look like we have any visitors today. No. Okay. So we can get into old business. And then we'll do the streetscape update.
On the streetscape project, I this month don't have a specific update. So the one thing that's happening with the county is their project manager is leaving the county. And so Brian Rothroffy, you guys will remember he was here with Ray Garlick. Ray Garlick is their area engineer. Ray is going to be he's still going to be there. Brian is moving because of his wife's accepting another job somewhere else, and so they're just moving on. And so there is another contact person at the county. I know her, but she's not the project manager. I don't know if they're going to assign another project manager. I'm hoping that this is not going to stall our project, which it won't, because it's a grant project. They have to still track that project for the grant timelines and all that. But when I last checked with Brian's still here. I think he's going to be there for another month, and he's leaving at the end of in the end of August. And so he said that I asked him for something to sign, because what they gave us from the consultant was a letter proposal, but there was no signature line or anything on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked him, well, because our council approved it, I said, normally the next step would be we execute a document based on that, and then issue a PO, purchase order, so that things get formalized and they know that we're committed to paying and get the work started. He said that this is going to be all approved by the county because this is an amendment to their contract with the consultant. And so they're going to approve it, but they're going to still want our commitment, because I think they're going to even direct pay it, and they're going to turn around and ask us for reimbursement for that portion. And so there was nothing formally to sign on it. So we're just kind of following county's progress on this. And so I don't have a recent update, but what I'm intending to do is certainly keep getting those updates and communicate through Fran, through yourselves, not necessarily wait for a meeting or anything like that, but going forward, bring those design updates to our commission when the design has started. Then discuss those to see what review comments we would have on those, and turn them around to the county, if that's okay. I know my authority in terms of expenditure that the council has given me, and so if there's something outside of that, I would for sure bring it to your attention. And in the soonest, I plan to communicate the schedule on what are the design deliverables and those timelines, and so that everybody knows what to expect. Overall, that's it on the streetscape project this time.
So for now, we're kind of on track because the grant drives the timeline, right? So
Correct.
Safe.
Yeah, they have certain timelines, and so 2027 construction means that they would need to obligate funds pretty soon, actually, federal funds on the project, because 2027 construction would mean that 2026 would be right-of-way acquisition, and 2025, that is 2025 fiscal year is actually coming to an end in the end of September, federal fiscal year. And so normally by the end of those federal fiscal years, they need to obligate funds for the next fiscal year's phase. And so in this case, they would be getting close to one. And so they are working, I'm sure they're working to meet that. what I also expect is that when the consultant starts working on it, they're gonna probably have a kickoff meeting with us, because they're gonna want to know what we want out of that design for them to design to it. And so that hasn't happened so far. I don't know if I should get worried yet, but I will make an attempt to contact Brian again before he leaves and see how he's leaving stuff there upon his departure, and keep Ray involved since he's going to be he's still going to be there. Pam is the lady that is, now that Brian CC'd on the email, Pam is here for you, but I know Pam at the county, she's not a project manager. She's a higher upper actually. And so we need somebody more like functional in our project, so to get the things, chase after things for us. So I'm looking for that person, and that person hasn't been assigned yet. And I know Brian also is the project manager for the Old Orchard project, and he was looking to get it. That project is ahead of this project, and so that he was looking to getting it completed and done and all that, but he's not going to get to do that either. So that's what's happened. Also, there's a maintenance agreement that the county wants for us to sign once the amenities, the streetscape features are built. Brian said that their legal department is still looking into that. They haven't finalized their review. We gave them our comments, but they haven't finalized theirs. And he said that that would also go, although on that one, I think we sign off too. So we sign off and then the county executes. So I believe something like that, because it commits funds also, Mayor Arnold would come to council.
Yeah, depending on the amount. Probably.
Right.
I'm worried. We'll keep that. Okay, the Alma parking lot lighting update.
On the Alma parking lot, I wanted to show you this. This is our last discussion to light the lot from this utility pole this way, and then another one utility pole, one light pole on the north side, perhaps this corner, so that we can light from here to have the best coverage. This light was one idea I think that we were considering, because the cost with the two poles on the north side would not be as economical.
Right.
And I'm still working on a cost estimate for that. But if you would like, I was gonna say that my contact has been not so responsive. So this is one light, actually, you may know Lighting Associates on Brentwood. So we worked with them before, and the gentleman was responsive, and so he was sending me those updates, and that I brought forward before. So this is going to be certainly a bidding process if we go forward with this improvement. And so if I can accomplish something like that from this corner, this is going to depend on the utilities permitting it on their pole. It's a shorter pole, and there's a lot of lines on it. I don't know if they would want a light fixture to be added to it, but it's certainly a good proposal to add a light on it. And then this needs to be a new pole. But if the commission is okay to authorize some funding for it, I can pursue this and see what it's gonna bid like. And so the first step that I need to do is with Lighting Associates, make sure that this setup will work, and then specify that, and then put it out for bids. And so get the bids back. That takes about a week or so, and get the bids back, and then from there it depends on authority to execute. I don't believe it's going to be more than $25,000.
Okay, and so That's not in the budget for this year,
Right.
is that correct? So
That's
that
correct.
would have to be a full council approval, because it would be a budget amendment since
Okay.
it's not in there. So I'm gonna suggest that you have a talk with Marie and Gregory about what that might look like before we proceed. And in part, I know the plan was to use any reserve that this commission had for streetscape project, but I don't know where we stand and how much that is, because we've been waiting a long time, so you've been accumulating reserve.
Right.
So that's another question, is there room in the reserve for this with the streetscape project?
And do the other business districts also contribute financially to lighting their public parking in their business districts?
It's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Cause this is one of the two public
Yeah.
lots, so it was just, yeah.
So that's yeah. Why don't Sanan, you and I try and run that down a little bit, because you're right, in terms of equity across districts.
Right.
We want to make sure we're doing it the same way.
We're given an $8,000 a piece price for the two poles, when it was
Yeah.
two poles set up on the north side. And now, if it's only an additional fixture here on one pole, it's gonna be something better than that.
Yeah, and so I'm. Number one, I can't commit the whole council to anything. I agree, it's not a lot of money, but let's run it through
Sure.
the budget people too, before we start talking about doing an RFP.
You guys have any more questions about the lighting? Okay, now in the public parking lot behind my side of the street, there's an island in the parking lot that goes between my building and the acupuncture place in the parking. See the island right there? Little light. This one right here.
Oh, yeah.
That island right here.
Hmm.
Okay, there is the public light right there that belongs to Webster. That light bulb is out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
This is an Ameren pole right here. And there was a light on that pole that stayed lit all of the time. I've called Ameren several times because that light is out. And they say that one of the businesses on that side was privately paying for it. All I could verify that it was not me. And so they would not give information regarding that light. Because they said that owner has decided no longer to pay for that light. So I'm like, I'm not sure we need that hanging there. That gigantic light hanging on the pole. So I'm not sure, or if you want to assign it to me or whatever. That Ameren wouldn't let me inquire much about it.
Okay,
So,
but if somebody's like that, they are not responsible financially.
so who can be as closest to my building?
Right.
So I'm not sure who, because I think that was there from the original Union Avenue.
Oh, stayed. Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Street.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Street there.
Oh.
Because the two are so close together, the city and the, you know.
So I'm not sure how to deal with that. And I'm fine with turning the light back on, and I pay for it because I have lighting that stays on through the walkway all night. And then I have a light here in the corner of the building, and then I didn't put a light there because it just turns on, it does automatically because that light was always on. So we can either reassign that light to me, or if we take that light down, I'll put a light up here that keeps this more lit in here, whatever you guys want to do.
But you need some help
Right, with
with Ameren, because they won't tell you
Right.
what's going on.
And then the Webster light, I checked all the lights in the parking lots back there. That is the only light bulb that is out, and that is the pole that goes up and has a square
Yeah.
thing on the top.
Yes,
That strictly, yeah.
Okay, I'll investigate.
So the rooftop lighting for the area, the individual has all that information for all the business owners. And we'll be contacting you to measure your buildings. He keeps asking me, and I am not sure, I guess every business district has a different business relationship regarding their rooftop lighting with Webster. And I can't speak to that because we have no rooftop lighting. So, like,
In terms of
who pays for,
contracts?
yes, who
Okay.
pays for the lights, what portion falls on the business owner, the business district commission, and the city of Webster? Where are the lights going to be plugged in? Is it each to each individual building?
Right.
Is it gonna go to these poles? And I think Old Webster is different from Old Orchard.
That would be, you know, pretty typical.
Okay, so I didn't answer those questions. So if that means that we come up with our way of doing it to be the third way or try to get all the ways that's similar, then that can help finalize the estimate. I would assume, wouldn't you want every building powered by its own building? You can have cords go into a pole, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right. That's what I assume.
The electrical has to be run from your box all the way up to the. So, I mean, it's.
That's what I thought too. But evidently there are several buildings that go through one building, I think in Old Webster, or I don't know. I can't speak to it specifically.
I can't imagine it would be a huge expense on the
Right.
electrical bill to run those lights, so.
And maybe the differences are the difference when the contracts were written, ownership.
Right.
Multiple buildings owned by one person, they may have
Yes,
wanted to go
exactly.
through, so it may be a little idiosyncratic to the time at which it was set up. But Salon, do you think you would have those contracts, or do you think they'd be in finance?
Finance, probably,
Okay.
maybe.
Because- Yeah. So I guess what you all may want is us to run down those two and take a look at what they say,
Right.
or,
is
yeah,
Webster contributing to this, or is this strictly on our
Yeah.
district, or?
okay. And I don't know until we see the
Kind of percentages
contracts.
they're talking about it, 50/50.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
the contracts will tell us all that,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
How about if I take that one? I'll take that one and
Oh,
follow up with Greg.
So it's just,
Yeah,
Okay, our commission vacancy was filled. And Fran verified that as of last night.
it was, that's
It
correct.
is. So now we have a contact with the BDC as well because it was filled by Betty Bayer.
Oh,
So
good.
she'll be on the commission with us. Although not here today, so I will give her a hard time about that.
Well,
I'm just teasing.
fortunately, we were late, so by the time we finished our meeting, I wonder if anyone called her.
The email I got was pretty late.
Okay,
And she said she was available for today, so I think that's on our end.
okay.
she's moving.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
this month, that's right. Nothing going on.
Well, yeah,
She has
but
no
I
juggles.
think her intent was to be in by August, but I think the last I talked to her, it maybe was.
I heard some.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I've heard.
so. Okay, new business. That's not me.
Unless you have it.
I don't have any new business. Does anybody have any?
No
new
one's
business?
chomping at the bit for that.
How did the 4th of July go? Down by you?
I didn't have any issues, so. it was
Oh,
this
good.
year.
We did not either. We
We
hardly
didn't have
had,
any vandalism or anything.
right, and we had the smallest crowd ever on the parking lot.
Yes.
And I was super nervous about the porta potties, but they appeared magically on Friday morning, so I want to thank you.
Games boy.
Once they.
Yeah,
But
so,
Magically.
I don't know if I want to bring this up in this group, but I walked in the You Are Loved group and for the most part, 90%, we had positive reactions to the rainbow people. However, there was a letter in Webster Good Times and we've addressed it and we've sent another letter in to explain ourselves. We feel like we had to, but just say who we are and why we are. And so if you want to keep an eye out for that, we've addressed it.
Well, and I know, at least a couple other people have sent letters in.
Yeah.
As well.
Was it a nasty letter?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Oh.
bringing sexual content into the parade when it's supposed to be a family. It's not like none of us were naked or anything.
Here it is.
And a lot of the kids were like, "Oh, rainbow people, look, I love the rainbow." You know, everybody wanted our stickers. So,
Somebody else.
I know.
For y'all.
Somebody else. It was like one side of the street
This is
was
the time
totally
of-
silent, the other side. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously people need more things to do. Does anybody else have any new business? Okay. All right, city update.
Do you have anything? I've got a couple things. Okay, just to be sure. The comprehensive plan was approved for or recommended unanimously by the plan commission. City council will have a public hearing for it on August 19th. We do not have an August 5th meeting, mostly so staff cannot be bothered with us for. Let me rephrase that, so that we cannot bother staff for a period during the summer. So it's available on the city's website. There are some things about business districts in there, but you all, given that you're fully built and zoned appropriately, I think, maybe less so than the north part of Old Webster. But take a look, and if you have comments, feel free to come to the meeting, but if you want to just send me an email, I can make sure that they get included and shared with the rest of city council. The second thing is way more fun. This week is the Green Dining Alliance week. So we're the 5th city in the area to have a certified green dining district. And to celebrate that, on Saturday from 2 to 5, they're having bikes and bites, which is people on bikes going from one of the green dining. And to be honest, people know which one's the green dining, but I think they'll stop other places too, which is the good thing. Yeah, and so Bagel Union is one of the certified green dining, so your district will be included in that bike route. And anyone who might like to just have some fun, they are going to conclude, I was having trouble finding the time, with happy hour at Robust. Happy hour is, today it's so small. From 5 to 6 at Robust, so.
So is this bikes like motorcycles or?
No,
bicycles?
this is like
Okay.
right on your bike.
Okay.
Green. We
Yeah.
want to be as
Just wanted to
green
make
as
sure, yeah.
possible. Yeah. No, I don't think we'll have any. Well, we might have some e-bikes, but I don't think there'll be any groups of motorcyclists. And I think that's it, unless anybody has questions for me.
How's everything going with the pool, the new pool? Did you do the stand-up
I
slide?
have not done it yet. Since we have last been together, I've had a few back problems, so I have to physically get fit enough to do the slide. The pool, I think after, anything new, you got a little bit of figuring out how things work, and I think we're in pretty good form.
Yeah, all the
It
kids
is-
love it.
It is very well attended, although we have not reached, believe it or not, our maximum defined capacity at any one time.
Oh, wow.
But that's pretty big. So it's to say it's if that's our definition of crowded, then we have a problem, because it's doing very well. I think one of the things that people are enjoying more than I expected, are the areas outside of the pool where you can play chess and Gaga pit and some other things. So I think it's going very well. Obviously, revenue wise, it's like nothing we've seen in a long time. So
You know what they're gonna do with the big rocks that they've got out there?
I don't know, and I'm waiting to see if that is somehow going to be. So in that area, the next project is to redo the skate park, right? Because it had to be the staging area, and we needed to do a new skate park. So part of me wonders if they're waiting to incorporate that in some way. I don't know the answer to that. But hopefully we'll know soon, because I know the public input for the skate park is scheduled for this fall, because they want to start as soon as weather's good to put that back together.
I have a question. I have one for you too.
Did you ever talk to Janice Seeley about the roundtables that she wanted to do?
No.
Told her out.
I totally blinked that. I will reach out to her. I'll reach out today and then get back to them. Okay. On the, is Webster Wide doing the trick or treat again?
Yes,
Do we know the day on that?
it is Saturday before Halloween, which I believe is the 25th this year.
October, yeah, 25th. And Halloween's on the following Friday,
That'd be a good one.
so a whole week. Four.
So it gives kids 2 weekends to use their costumes.
Yeah.
So,
The, all of them did not,
Okay.
but I think some of these did.
Yeah. All right, do you plan on participating in it this year as all film?
I mean, I'm sure there's something we can do.
So-
What day is it again?
It's Saturday.
On a Saturday, so yeah, we'll be
It's
open.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
You just pass out
just-
easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just leave a
pass
bowl out usually. And the
Yeah.
kids come in.
Right.
Yeah, I mean.
Because the first year we had a food truck that was parked up on the dentist lot right at Elm and Big Bend there. But if we do that again, it would make more sense to do it
Yeah.
through you. And then everybody has always talked each year about maybe doing like a fire pit somewhere or something like that. So I just wanted to put it out there a little bit earlier to everybody to
Yeah.
make a better effort this year.
Right, I park the car on our little corner and open the trunk. And have it decorated and
Yeah,
everything,
you know,
it's pretty handy right there. Corner.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do
No.
something.
Okay.
Get
Yeah.
candy to
Just
all the
everybody
poor
kinda
kids.
get it in there and then we'll try to
Yeah.
get something together. And are you open for business as well on that day? So you're.
Yeah, sometimes we get some and
Sometimes we don't, but I think if we do
We're
a
late.
better job at.
Directing people at that.
Yeah, because we're all
Yes,
speed
and
tracks.
participating with the other districts. Okay, all right, just want to throw that out there for ideas.
Yeah, I thought about doing like a petting zoo.
Oh.
Doing that because I have a friend who has a donkey and some goats, and so I might do something like that this year,
Okay,
just to draw people.
right. I'm sure that involves getting some type of permit
Oh,
for mushrooms.
I'm sure.
Okay,
You can talk to Chris though, because.
we like to go,
They had-
they do honeysuckle, that's our
Yeah,
favorite
right.
part of that.
But Chris had, at the pickleball.
Oh, yeah, they had a petting zoo at the
Corn-
Right.
and the cornhole
Oh,
tournament,
maybe
they
I
had
will
a
ask them
petting
about
zoo
that.
too. Yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah.
Because we have a lot of grassy areas, so I thought it would be kind of just to draw people over there.
it would be fun. Maybe we could mow the.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, they mowed it once,
Yes,
and
yeah.
now maybe we can get them the goats to clean everything.
It's pretty high over there again,
Yeah,
pretty high, so.
Okay.
Last year, Narren Design was not available to do the graphics for the map. So I used the graphic designer that I used for one of the other districts. Is that,
That's fine, because I believe that we were told they were gonna be available in the last minute.
yeah,
No.
last minute, that
So,
person
I
wasn't.
would rather not do last minute again.
Okay.
Okay.
Why does it sound like a coffee pot brewing?
It does. It's the icebox though. Showing my generation, I call that an icebox.
you sure did. Yeah.
That's like my mother's generation. That's what she called it.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody have anything else? Our next meeting is set for the 20th of August. Everybody good with that date?
Yeah.
All right, may I get a motion to adjourn then?
Motion.
Motion to adjourn, and to second? Allison, did you say?
Okay, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
second
I'm
it.
sorry, I didn't hear you. You gotta talk louder for me. Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. All right, thank you, everybody.